name is Timera Blair and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a requested video. I had got this video requested by a couple of people and I'm sorry but I forgot all the names. The one that I do remember is Anaya Cook, so shout out to you, girl. Requested for me to do a story time on why I got my dog. So for those who don't know, I do have a dog. This is her. Her name is Roxy, and she might look a little different from all my other videos because she got groomed yesterday and they shaved off all her hair. I'll insert a picture of what she looks like normally, but she just looks like a naked rat right now because they shaved off all her hair. Yes. Do you have something to say? Okay. But yeah, so I'll insert a picture so you guys can see how she looks on a normal basis. So she is a mini Labradoodle mix. There's no specific reason why I got a dog. So my boyfriend and I, we always said we were gonna get a dog, but we did not plan on getting Roxy. She was completely misplanned. Our plan was to, you know, buy a house, all that jazz, before we got a dog, because a dog honestly is like a child. It's a whole responsibility. So we wanted to have a house first before having a dog, because I wanted to have like a backyard and everything for my dog to run around, yada yada yada, the whole 9 yards. So the story of how we got the dog. So where do I start? So we got her 2 years ago, I believe. If you guys watched the last video, our Smacks or Facts challenge, we actually talked about this. We got her in September of 2018, I believe. And at that time we were living in Fort Myers. We had that was our first apartment together. We had got our first apartment together and all that. We were living together for about like 2 months in that apartment, I think. And we went out to breakfast. So we went to First Watch. If you guys know what First Watch is, it's a little breakfast lunch place, I don't know, whatever. So we went to First Watch and it was like the middle of season and First Watch was well, actually no, September is off season. I don't know why, but this First Watch was just jam-packed. Like when I tell you jam-packed, it was jam-packed. So we went to First Watch trying to get some breakfast, whatever, and it was so busy. So they're like, oh, they were on like an hour wait or a 2-hour wait. I can't even remember how long it was. And I'm like, Brad, do you want to stay? Do we want to go? Like, what are we doing? And he's like, yeah, let's just wait. So we got on the waiting list. And the First Watch that we went to, it was in this plaza. I don't remember the name of it. But so we're like, oh, let's just walk around the plaza or whatever while we wait, like, you know, until they call our name. And we start walking and there was this pet shop. I think it was called Petland. Yeah. It was called Petland. So we're like, oh, let's just go pet the pets or whatever, because the people were outside. They actually encourage you to come and pet the pets because they're in cages all day. So I guess like it helps them out as the business if humans come in and like play with the dogs, you know, so they could get a human touch, whatever. So we're like, oh, we'll just go play with the dogs and pet them until it's time for us to go have breakfast or whatever. So we pet, I think, 2 dogs and then we got her. So we pet her. And we were like petting her and playing with her for like an hour. I kid you not. The people even called us letting us know like our table was ready and all that stuff. And we're like playing with the dog. And I kid you not, we were there for like 2 hours. I don't even know, maybe more, sitting and playing with her. And we're like, do we want to take this dog home? And I'm like, no, like we can't. We don't have a house. We just got this apartment. We didn't even tell the apartment people we had a dog. Like when we signed the lease, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get in trouble. Like we were freaking out, like literally going back and forth with each other. I think I called my mom, like freaking out, but I did not want to leave this dog. And I'll be honest with you, at the time we weren't even like financially stable. Like we had just moved in, just spent all our money, you know, on rent and the deposit and all that stuff. So I'm like, no, like we can't get her. And she was so expensive. That's my biggest advice. If you take anything from this video, do not buy a dog. If you have the money, hey, go ahead and buy one. But honestly, there's so many adoption places. There's so many shelters and all that stuff. Like we were not educated at all when we bought a dog. Like I said, we weren't even planning on getting a dog. It just like happened. But if you learn anything from my mistake, do not buy a dog, adopt a dog. You could adopt a dog for way less than we got Roxy for. Anyway, So we were sitting there for like 2 hours going back and forth with each other, like what do we want to do, checking our bank accounts, like literally, because she was so expensive. And I'm gonna tell you guys at the end how much she was. So we're like going back and forth, and this story is so embarrassing for me to tell because I feel like I honestly feel like we got played, but whatever. I'm telling you my story so you guys could learn from my mistakes. So we were just going back and forth. Like I said, I even called my mom because I'm like, I know this is a bad decision. Like, I don't know what we're doing, but like, I did not want to leave her. Like, we were literally just playing with her, and I did not want to give her back. Like, I did not want to give her back. And there was at one point, there were other people wanting to play with her, and I think they were getting annoyed. Like, there was like this little girl, and she's like telling her mom, like, Mom, I want to play with that one, blah blah blah. And her mom's like, well, you have to wait your turn, like you have to wait until they're done, whatever. But I wasn't trying to like give her up. Like, I didn't want to give her back and all this stuff. So we started talking to the lady about how much, and basically we paid $4,000 for Roxy. Yep, you heard me right. $4,000. $4,000. It was, I don't know what we were thinking. Like, I'm telling you, she stole my heart, I guess. Like, I did not want to leave her. So yeah, we paid $4,000 for her. And what they did was, so this is how in the end I figured out that like they played us. So we took out a credit card with them. Like, you could take out a Petland credit card, and they basically put it on the credit card, and like you pay for it every month or whatever. So we paid like half, and then so we paid $2,000 and then put the other $2,000 on the credit card. And like, it was like months after, or maybe even a year after, that I started like looking into it more. And basically we didn't pay for the dog. Like, we paid maybe like $1,000 for the dog. The other $3,000 was like basically all BS, like stuff that we did not ask for, like all this stuff. Like, it was like this whole package that they gave us. But when the girl was like explaining everything, she was telling us we had no choice, that like when you purchase the dog, like you're purchasing the whole package or whatever. So we thought like we were paying for the dog. But like months later, I started looking into it, like when I started making the monthly payments and stuff, and I'm like looking at exactly what I'm paying. Like, we really weren't paying for the dog. Like, we were paying for this whole unnecessary package. Like, in the package was dog training. They were trying to enter her into like dog shows, and like they would, you know, handle all that stuff for us, like train her, you know, give her clothes, like all this stuff, like to enter her into like dog pageants. What else? Like, it gave us like VIP access to like all this stuff, just stuff that we didn't even need. And if I knew that there was free training and free all this stuff, like, well, technically it wasn't free because we paid for it, I would have used it. I mean, our first like 6 months with Roxy was literal hell. Like, literal hell. We had to move out of our apartment because she ate up like the whole floor. Like, if I can find an old video of it, I will insert it here. But she ate like all the carpet on the floor. Like, so if I knew I had paid for training, of course I would have took her to like training and all that stuff. But they didn't like explain it to us like that, or maybe we were just stupid, I don't know. But honestly, I felt like I was played. So basically, yeah, we paid $4,000 for her. And yeah, that's basically the story of how we got Roxy. It was honestly unplanned. Like, we were literally going to breakfast, and we ended up didn't even go to breakfast that day. We were so stressed and so freaking out. We, like, when the lady called us, like, saying our table was ready, we just, like, ordered to go and, like, took her home. Like, we didn't even go eat that day, and the whole purpose was that we were gonna go have breakfast that day. But yeah, it's not a crazy fancy story, but that was just how we got Roxy. It was just basically a huge financial mistake. So like I said, if you're interested in getting a pet, you know, whether it be a dog or whatever else, like, go to the animal shelter. Like, go adopt. Go, if you know a friend that, you know, sometimes their dog has puppies and they don't want the puppies, like, that would be a better way to get a dog. But do not buy a dog. Like, they play. Or if you buy a dog, make sure you look into it, because maybe it was like in the moment thing, we weren't paying attention to what the girl was saying or whatever. But if you do decide to buy a pet, like, read the fine print, like, go through all that jazz, like, whatever. But like I said, it was just kind of like a huge, you know, young and dumb financial mistake. Of course, we learned from our mistake. We do want another pet. We want another dog. but after we buy a house, because I feel like, I don't know, for me personally, I don't like that I have a dog in an apartment. Like, I want her to be free. I feel like she should have a backyard to like run around and all that stuff. Like, we try to take her to the dog park as much as we can, but I feel like it's not enough. Like, I feel like dogs, like, they're just like any animal. Like, they want to be free, they want to be outside. So we're definitely gonna get another dog, but not until we buy a house. So but yeah, that was my story. Comment down below, tell me you guys this story. Give me suggestions for our next dog, because we might be getting it soon. And yeah, comment down below any video suggestions, any other video suggestions that you'd like me to do. I'm trying very, very hard to be consistent. So whatever video ideas you have or any other story times you'd like me to tell, comment them down below and I will definitely look into it, or I'll try my best to get them done. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to go watch my previous video, my Smacks or Facts video with my boyfriend. So that was my first time bringing my boyfriend on my channel, so you guys get to know him a little bit as well. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias at Timera Blair, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace!